Here is the state of the 2016 presidential race with only 8 days remaining. My gal Susan Wright in Red State did the honors yesterday. I've been on the tip of the spear for this entire election cycle, it seems, as has every member of none of the above. I have seen a lot, and none of it is like anything I've ever experienced or thought I would in this lifetime. To say I am flabbergasted, flummoxed, and in a whole new realm of disbelief and disgust would be an understatement. For starters, there is no sane reason for Hillary Clinton to be running for president. She has more than proven herself to be unqualified and unfit. Her existence as a candidate proves without any shadow or shade of doubt that to be a Democrat is to embrace corruption. I didn't need that reminder. The Democrats have a long history of supporting the ungodly, unprincipled, and completely vile. From slavery to Jim Crow laws to the Ku Klux Klan to abortion, Democrats have always been on the wrong side of decency and humanity. In fact, my usual response when meeting the average Democrat is to mentally recoil and think, so who'd you stab in the head with a screwdriver today? Now, that's not to say that I haven't gotten to know quite a few Democrats who were reasonable and pleasant enough, so they seem. I just have to really question the root of their moral fiber, if such a thing even exists. I mean, these people are the same ones who voted for Barack Obama, after all, twice. This year really has been an eye-opener for me, however. I've had to face some uncomfortable truths. While the left and the Democrat Party are full of reprobates, the Republican Party has done its part to usher in a new level of breathtaking incompetence and corruption in its own right. With wide eyes and a tired spirit, I have been forced to watch Donald Trump dismantle every carefully placed brick of goodwill and common sense governance of the Republican Party. Somewhere, Barry Goldwater, Ronald Reagan, and William F. Buckley are weeping. Having been so out front with this fight from the beginning, I've made my observations, and I found that there are 3 distinct varieties of Trump voters. Let's examine them all, shall we? Number 1, no particular order, conservatives. These are your so-called reluctant Trump voters. They've almost always voted conservatively, or at least along party lines. Douglas V. Gibbs would be an example of this sort of Trump voter. They may be as disgusted with Trump as nominee as us sane folks, but they submit and surrender and sell out anyway. To them, the choice is binary, Trump or Hillary, hanging or drowning. We have 2 parties in this nation, 2 major parties in this nation, in their estimation, and there must never be any straying from that rigid set. The very idea they break from the party line and reject both unacceptable candidates is far too intimidating. So the party becomes their chains. I never thought I would ever say that about Douglas V. Gibbs, but here we are. They may grumble, or they may mule and protest, or they may just concentrate on demonizing Hillary Clinton, which seems redundant, but again, here we are. But they support Trump as nominee because they fear a Clinton presidency more, which is irrational because they're both equally bad. Number 2, Branch Trumpidians, Trumplings, Trumpkins, Trumplicans. Hashtag MAGA, M-A-G-A, Make America Great Again. Hashtag, one more time, Trump Train!
Come on! Nice and easy! Don't look down! That's it! You're doing fine!
In the words of Scatman Crothers, now there's something I never get tired of. What other ones we got here? Hashtag Make America Great Again, etc., etc. These are your alt-right or alt-reich, racist scumbags and glassy-eyed dolts. There is no talking to these people. At the very least, you can have a conversation with a hostage and can even understand their white-knuckled clinging to the party band. Well, no, I can't really understand that in this case, but whatever. But at least they're not obnoxious about it. Except for Mark Levin. He's pretty much obnoxious. Ah, that's right, I said it! What is it that they say? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Can't take it back now. The Branch Trumpidians, or if you prefer, Trumplings, Trumpkins, Trumplicans, Trumpoids, are a true cult. They have made a messianic figure out of Donald Trump. They write songs for him that will make you cringe so hard your skin peels. They create these memes of his 70-year-old head on a muscular young body, riding an eagle, holding the American flag high. America! Bleep yeah! For those of us who haven't been recently lobotomized, this usually inspires teary-eyed, uncontrollable laughter.
He did.
Calm yourself.
Oh my god, dude.
And then we throw up.
Oh god, here it comes. Who wants to see this? Oh,
You're giving birth.
literally, it's like. Oh, man. Look at all of it. Because this is slow motion, it just looks like it's coming out of my mouth, like I'm holding all of that in my mouth.
I like that the sun isn't on you, but it's on the vomit, so it's like it's lit up.
Oh.
So good. Oh, look at that spray.
Oh, man. That was not nice.
And then...
Oh, that's a strong one there. The second one was strong there. Jesus. How much do you reckon I just puked up?
It's like all the milk.
All the milk.
These are also the very dangerous people who are threatening to wreak havoc on our streets if their God is not enthroned in the White House next Tuesday. He has spent months whipping them into a frenzy over rigged elections, a corrupt media, the same media, by the by, that gave him billions in free ad time during the primaries, and treating the party that embraced him as if it were the enemy, which it is, because Donald Trump's a Democrat. If our political system is a sewer, these are what has bobbed up to the surface. And my God, do they stink. And then, number 3, you have the spectators. These are the people who, low information voters, basically. These are the people who only really become cognizant of our political system when they start getting all the campaign flyers in their mailboxes. They have no curiosity about the process. They know the new iPhone. They know what Kim and Kanye wore to the Grammy Awards. They cannot tell you, though, the 3 branches of government or their functions or their congressmen, or their senators, or who the bloody vice president is. They don't listen to news. They don't read the news. They don't care about the news. If it can't be fit onto a bumper sticker, it's too much information to process. These are the people who know Trump from either his Howard Stern appearances, his World Wrestling Entertainment appearances, he headlined WrestleMania 23, remember? Or reality TV, which is an oxymoron. They think the idea that he's running for president is a real hoot. Kind of reminds me of Eddie Murphy's description of 2 Jesse Jackson voters who on election day, they just, before they go to the polling place, they get absolutely hammered. And they think, oh, I know, let's vote for Jesse Jackson. And then you're going to vote for Jesse Jackson. And then the next morning they wake up with a splitting hangover saying, he bleeping won? They're going to vote for him, Trump, not Jesse Jackson, because they think it would be so funny if he actually won. They would vote for Honey Boo Boo and Mama June if they were on the ballot. In other words, not serious. people who should not have the franchise. The antithesis of what a popular sovereign is supposed to be. Serious, responsible, informed. And so, here we are. Our ex-constitutional republic is being replaced by has been replaced by an idiocracy. We're seeing our society go through devolution, and the rest of the world is laughing at us. Well, laughing at us and licking their chops in anticipation of large, low-hanging fruit. And it's bipartisan. The blame for this is bipartisan. Both the Democrats and Republicans are responsible for this. That's why I am now and forevermore a conservative independent. Donald Trump is what it took for the Republican Party to leave me. Because I didn't leave it, it left me. A true revolution is in order, but it's very unlikely. Revolutions don't happen fast, at least not the ones that actually lead to anything constructive in their wake. Because the lunatics have been given the keys of freedom and democracy, and they are about, well, again, that ship sailed 4 years ago. The 2012 election, when the American people drove the nation off a very high cliff. This just confirms what has already happened.